back in early 40s, and you're going to work knowing that the Germans want to come over and bomb you. Not easy. It's a bit of pressure, isn't it? I don't think you just wouldn't let that get to you, would you? You'd be very British about it, and you just get on with it. Keep calm and carry on, wouldn't you? You'd have to be, wouldn't you? Very British.
I knew we might be bombed, but it didn't seem to bother me at all. I just loved it. I loved every bit of it. Loved the camaraderie. I loved it. It was beautiful.
As part of the latest generation to work on a Spitfire, Guy clearly has a lot to live up to.
Of course I'm up to the job. Hey? All right, I'm willing to learn. I'm not going in there, I'm not going in there just trying, of course I can do that. I don't know, I'm holding my hands up and saying, look boys, I've never worked on a plane before, and I've definitely never worked on a Spitfire before. You need to, point us in the right direction. But I'll give it my all, I'll give it my best shot. No question. Definitely, of course I can do it.
Riveting a fuel tank is Guy's next job back at Duxford. The team are 8 months into the N3200 project.
These early Mark 1s, the fuel tank doesn't have a crash or bulletproof covering like the later versions, so it's even more important for it to be leak-proof.
And that needs precision riveting. And like in Castle Bromwich, Guy will have to do this by hand rather than rely on a modern-day robot.
If you're putting a rivet in a place of stress, like on the bottom of a fuel tank, you have to use these hardened rivets, but you can't rivet a hardened rivet up. So what you have to do, you have to heat it up to 485 degrees, and that then makes the rivet more malleable. You can rivet it up then.
The rivets, made of the same steel alloy as 75 years ago, are then frozen to preserve that malleable state. There are just 2 hours to use them before they harden. Nick Dean is in charge.
What's the plan then now? Do we put some in?
Yeah.
Where do you want me?
Right, so what we'll do, start from the middle and basically work outwards. Just bring it down gently.
All right. Yeah.
A rivet is a quick way of permanently joining 2 pieces of metal together.
Is that all right?
Yeah, looks fine.
The shaft is pushed through a hole and has its end flattened by a rivet squeezer, exerting a ton of force to fix it in place.
This tank here is 37 gallons. And the tank that sits above it is 48 gallons. So what's that, 85 gallons altogether. When she was up in the air, she'd be using a gallon a minute. I mean, that is thirsty, isn't it? A gallon a minute. Yeah, that is some going. You could not tip it away faster, could you? Really? Could you? Well, if you're licking on, you've got enough fuel for an hour's worth of flying. So that's only half an hour there, half an hour back. Any more than an hour, and we're going to be in bother. Yeah, I'll get these rivets. Nick's been on this 5 weeks. I don't want to be knackering it up now. My bloody riveting, it's not a bloody laughing matter, is it? 5 weeks gone into this.
It's finished, exactly as it would have been done originally.
The job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Yeah, fair play.
The Spitfire had enough fuel for around an hour's flight and enough bullets for 14 seconds of firing. The ground crews took great pride in how quickly they could perform a pit stop to refuel and rearm, even though they were targets for bombing themselves. Guy persuades some of his Duxford colleagues to see if they're a match.
They say a team of 4 blokes could rearm a Spitfire, was it 2,400 rounds in 3.5 minutes?
Yeah.
Right, so get out of these boxes,
Yeah.
scarper over there, how are you fixed?
Let's give it a go.
Right, so we're going for it?
Yeah.
I'll just follow what you boys do. I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, so, are we ready? Oh, we're starting now? We're starting to start watch now?
Go!
I'm not much of a runner ahead.
Don't overtake me.
Right, where do you want me?
He's carrying a camera, he's quicker than me.
Where do you want me?
First of all, you whip off that long panel.
Yeah.
Come on, Guy!
He's trying his best.
I missed the screwdriver and scratched the pen. These boys will never forgive us.
Undo this one. Okay.
All right.
Put that down there.
Pull that back.
Hold the one.
That's the used bullet, so they'll have just been spent on a lot of Germans.
Okay.
All right.
With 2 of the 3.5 minutes gone, they're only just threading the first ribbon to help guide the belt of bullets into the gun.
Must have been difficult in those times to do what they were doing, quick turnarounds and looking up at the skies thinking when are they coming over to drop bombs on you or brave people. Shut the lid. Like that. feedback.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes.
This is just putting the bullets in, because you'd have another team cleaning all the breeches and the barrels as well.
Yeah.
There'll be other people checking radios. Another one will be walking around to see if there's any damage on the aircraft.
10,
Unclip it.
9, 8,
Okay.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Pull it all through.
Pull through, yeah. 2, 1. Time's up.
Oh, we'll just carry on then.
We're nowhere near done, but then we'll carry on.
That's it. Okay. Gun cocked.
Is that us?
Yeah, that's us. We'll panel up now.
So that's taken us, what, we've done 2 boxes in what, thick end of 5 minutes, I suppose. And those boys were doing 8 boxes in 3.5 minutes.
They were.
I'd say it's impressive, but as impressive as that is, if that was your job, you would make sure you was the quickest in the world, wouldn't you? That's,
Yeah,
what's
it's all
the
about
force?
getting them back up in the air, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's impressive, it's impressive. It is impressive.
The plane is now ready for its most intricate parts, which will test Guy's engineering ability to the limit. The wings.
This is Spike, he's the wing team
All right,
leader.
Spike. Nice to meet you, mate. How's it going? All right, mate, hey. All right, what's the plan?
Right, now, here we go, 1936 drawing. This is basically what we call a general assembled drawing.
Yeah.
Building a wing begins with the internal framework of supports called ribs. Each rib is handmade and must be strong enough to withstand the stresses of a Spitfire's 400-mile-per-hour dive.
We're making
What's it,
that
number 5?
rib 5 centre portion.
Yes.
You're forming that boom, which is called a top boom.
Yeah.
They start on the shrinker.
In you go, that's it.
The Spitfire's responsive handling relied on the precise curves of its wings.
Mind your fingers.
And here the bends of its frame are made by pulling the metal fractionally inwards.
That's it, and just move it along every ½ inch or so. By doing that, that's gently curving that material.
Without putting it under any stress.
Without putting it under any stress. That's it.
You see? Right, very subtle then. Very, very subtle. Bloody hell.
When they put the beam on the layout board,
Put that up there, like so.
Spike's experienced
Yeah, see how
eyes
far it's
spot
run
a
round?
problem.
Well, as I can see from
Yours
this,
fitted a treat.
from here
Yeah.
to there, that's slightly overcurved.
Right, so it wants a bit taken out.
Okay, so that one a bit taking out. Now,
All right.
yeah, that's fine. That's just undoing everything that was done over there.
You can't. That's what you can't teach someone that, can you? Hey, it's just like it's how many years you been? You did like this job?
30 years
30 years,
I've
so-
been in the game, yeah.
So the same on the bottom.
Yeah, just same on the bottom. If you don't get it right, it don't fly. Or even worse still, wings could fall off or break up. There's no substituting for the correct fasteners and procedures. You do it right or you don't do it at all. Basically, that's a goer.
The first part is complete, but each rib can contain up to 20 different parts.
To get to that there, it'd take a week, right? But in a whole Spitfire, there's 124 of them. Hey, it takes a week to make one. Hey, you can see we're going to be here a day or two, can't you? Hey, what do you reckon, Spy? What's next?
One wing is made up of 3,000 different parts, and each must marry up perfectly to the next. Once the ribs have been completed, the largest parts can be fitted.
Right, where do you want me?
The exterior skins. 250 pins are screwed in so the wing can be fine-tuned before it's permanently riveted.
So yeah, the whole idea is getting this edge here to line up perfectly. You see it? Up there, that's spot on there, isn't it? But up here, we've got a bit of a gap, and then it closes up back up there. It's taken off 5 times yesterday. It's been on and off 5 times today, and probably another 5 more times, just to get it perfect. It's all perfect. It has to be perfect. No ifs, buts, or maybe. It's perfect.
Sometimes it can take forever. It's just been a bit of a perfectionist on the side, I think, where you're just not happy until it is exactly right. You know, you need that little bit of mentality, I think.
The repetition of the job is probably one of the hardest parts of it. So it's very laborious, but it's got to be done right.
The work continues.
Back off again. Back off again.
Unpinning, shaving, shaping, refitting, unpinning, shaving, and shaping again.
A bit nervous.
In 1940, it took just days to make a wing. Not today.
A year per wing. A year per wing. So you don't get fed up with it?
Not really.
No?
No.
Do you?
No.
No? Good lads.
It's finally perfect.
Work of art.
The section is then attached to the rest of the wing framework. It will take another 6 months' effort to complete.